Okay, basically what we got here is the solo stove campfire on the left, filled with twigs gathered by Caroline. She's turning 10, so we'll count her as 10, but really, I mean, if you want to duplicate what a Cub Scout finds for twigs, that's it. The little tiny one, bottom middle, is the original solo stove. It's also filled with, well, what Caroline grabbed. The coffee pot is filled with ice water to simulate, oh my lord, it's freaking cold. The little pot right over here is a power pot with a USB charger running off of it. Don't ask, I'll explain later. It's filled with snow because we're really just going to push it here. You know, the Titan comes, the campfire comes with these nice giant cooking pots. They're even marked on the side so you can figure out just how much of anything you got in them. So this would be cooking in, hi, we're stupid, it's winter in Omaha, which unfortunately is what we do. In full disclosure, I admit that I cheated. I added one of the egg crates / lint / wax fire starters to the giant campfire puppy, and I added one of the circular cotton makeup remover with wax fire starters to the little tiny puppy, because let's face it, this is not about can start a fire. I ain't playing that game. But as you can see, we got some pretty nice fires going with what Kara managed to gather in 2 El Cheapo fire starters. Okay, we have ice water on the left to simulate, oh look, it's Omaha in winter. We have snow on the right because, well, it's Omaha in winter. The campfire is cooking the one on the left. The original is cooking the one on the right. It's on bricks so I don't shatter the glass table. It's on the glass table so I don't throw out my back. I may be crazy, but I'm not that crazy. Well, my phone's been charging steadily. This has been going through fuel at a pretty fast and rapid rate. As you can see, the ones that were sticking out need to get fed in there because wagga. Close enough. Okay, what was snow is now steam. A little bit. What was ice water looks like I can have some hot chocolate when I go inside. So that looks pretty good. I've been pretty happy. My phone's been charging steadily during this entire mess. Life is pretty good. I mean, I see lots of flame, lots of blue, and this eats fuel like crazy. But what's nice is it eats the fuel my 9-year-old gathers. So, yay! If you could see past all this steam, what you would see is, well, pretty close to a rolling boil. We bought the water inside for hot cocoa, so that's out of the picture at the moment. We've refilled this a lot. This is what it burned down to, which is, not even a lot of ash is in that one. And we burned a lot of branches here. We put the tiny little one on top of the campfire. It's a little more stable than I thought it would be. You can probably hear that cooking away miserably, or fun, or whatever term you want to use, I don't know. But it's got one heck of a flame going on, and I'm up to 3 bars on this, and I'm not even boiling. I suspect when that hits full boil, I'll probably hit a little bit more for the bars. But we're just going to let this burn down, and we'll see what it comes out as. We tend to keep feeding our sticks in through the side opening here because it's really an easy way to feed it. I'm not sure that's how you're supposed to, but it works for me. You can see it kind of clearly there. I'm letting the fuel burn out, so things are dropping, but I actually got 4 bars for just a second in the snow. I don't know if you can see it in this shot, but it's definitely actually now boiling water. As this burns down, I'd like to just note, this is really, really smokeless. I can get in here, get a good shot of what's rapidly just becoming ashes as everything just finishes it up. But there's been no smoke coming out of this fire. The smoke is torched along with everything else. So I've been extremely impressed with this. One last note, we had this burn out on us completely a couple of times because we weren't adding fuel fast enough. We burned a lot of fuel in it. This is all we got. These are a grand total of all the ashes from that boiling pot of water. And see, we never added really anything big, but almost everything we put in there burned out completely. Not a lot of anything left in it compared to what we put in. Note that, you know, some good solid wood chunks in here would burn really nicely. We never put in anything bigger than an inch. You could have put a couple 3-inch chunkers in here, and as long as they weren't too long, you would have been fine. Would have burned nicely. For backing up, everything's pretty easy. These cooking lids flip upside down. Everything's in its own little bag. That bag goes in that pot. That nice little happy little cooking lid. This is a frying pan. You can see this one's already flipped in and in the bag. Goes in there. We'll just close that up. Throw on a lid. Throw those up. Back. Bring up the bag. Closed. We can do the same thing with this little bugger over here. So, easy packing. Doesn't take up a lot of space.